Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody! All right, the picture above was taken from Twitter by a handle called Petrosonu Diana. I just loved it. It's one of those pictures that you wish you could just step into. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is going to be a short video. And the reason it's going to be a short video and you're watching this video on Saturday, there will not be a video on Sunday. You know, I work a day behind because on Saturday I have to drive hours and hours away to my younger son to his college because he still has the garage door opener for the house that we sold. The new people would like the garage door openers. So we got to go get them. And of course, I'd like to see my son. So this is a short video and no video Sunday. Okay. All right, let's jump in and get going. All right, we're back to starting off with Sophie, the Countess of Wessex. She met the President of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Please do not ask me to pronounce the name. And of course, in doing so, she also met with the First Lady and the Vice President of the Episcopal Conference of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Yeah, she's getting around while she's out there. I love her outfit, though, the dress, the design on the front of her dress. She's always so stylish. And I love those photos on the wall. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, Princess Catherine, who is the patron of the Rugby Football Union and the Rugby Football League, that she took those over from Harry. She sent a message to England Rugby because the Women's Rugby World Cup is coming. Here is her message.
Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to wish the Red Roses all the very best of luck for the Rugby World Cup in New Zealand. I had so much fun with you all at Twickenham earlier this year, and I cannot wait to see how you get on during the tournament. For many of the team, this will be the first World Cup you've played in. Congratulations on being selected for the squad. I know this will be a particularly proud moment in your career so far, and I hope you enjoy every minute. I was also delighted to hear that some of the winning squad from 2014 are back to help bring the cup home again. Good luck for the weeks ahead. I'll be setting my alarm clock early to cheer you on all the way.
All right, moving on. Do you remember this young lady? Miss Schwimmer. She was the head at Pinterest and she went to work for Archewell, remember? Remember that one? Well, Miss Schwimmer, who came from Pinterest and was hired 2 years ago to handle their publicity, is no longer with Archewell. There you go. She was hired at the same time as Tanya Holness, who was the global press secretary, who also left them very quietly in the spring. Catherine St. Laurent, who had worked for Bill Gates, who also worked for them, also stepped down last year. I mean, guys, they can't keep their staff. They're being advised by Jenny Afia, you know, that London attorney who tried to say Meghan wasn't a bully. Yeah, that's who's advising them now. Whew, moving on. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Now we know that Netflix has had a problem. They've had to cancel a bunch of shows. They're spiraling down the drain. Their stock is plummeting. Well, guess what? Here goes Spotify. That's right. Spotify has now had to cancel, this article said, 10 original shows from their Parcast. Now, of course, the article says that Spotify does not expect to be impacted at all. Yeah, I'm sure Netflix thought the same thing. And this article came out and said that it's 11 podcasts and they've started laying off staff. That is not a good sign. Spotify, yeah, you get what you deserve. There you go. So here we go. Harry and Meghan were away from their children, very young children, for 17 days. Okay, first of all, I would never have been parted from my children for that long. I would have flown home and then flown back for the funeral, or I would have had the children brought to me, but I would never have left my children for almost 3 weeks solid. That's the first thing. But I guess they felt they needed a break because they left the children and went off to a concert. Really? Now, just out of, information, just for the sake of information, they arrived separately an hour apart. Right. And when I see stuff like this, it always takes me back to the UN. When the lady was standing there taking their picture and they were looking at each other, smiling and looking so happy. And the second the woman took the picture and moved away, Harry let go of Meghan's hand, looked miserable. Meghan grabbed his arm. He looked more miserable. That's what I remember. Let me refresh your memory. Watch this. And the fact that they arrived separately, I almost feel like Meghan was like, okay, we have to make an appearance. We're going to this concert. Be there in an hour. And frickin' smile, will ya? Just smile, because we need to get this on camera. Now, I got to be honest, in none of these pictures does Harry smile or look the least bit happy or engaged with Meghan. I don't care what the headline said. I'm going to zoom in on these again. One more time. Watch this. I'm sorry, guys, but that does not look to me like somebody who's living their best, happy, authentic, carefree California life. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. That's just me. All right, this next story is just, okay. So Harry and Meghan have teamed up with the Ving Project, and the idea behind this is to donate money up to $1 million to American women in need. And it was inspired by Archewell. You know what this reminds me of? When Harry and Meghan teamed up with P&G, remember? Procter & Gamble, and some diapers were donated. The diapers came from Procter & Gamble. All from Procter & Gamble. But Harry and Meghan took the credit about it. Okay? It's the exact same thing. This is the Ving Project that has been going for it's been going for a long time. It's got nothing to do with Archewell. But the wording on the article makes me think of Amber Heard. Did you donate? Well, I pledged it. To me, pledge and donate are synonymous. Okay, but did you actually give the money? No. Okay, Harry and Meghan plan on donating the money. Yeah. It was founded by Liz and Eric Lefkowski. It's funded by the Lefkowski Family Foundation. So unless Harry and Meghan are throwing some money at it, I don't understand why they are once again allowed to put their name on somebody else's work. You know, they're making it sound like the Archewell donation is going to give grants up to $1 million. Seeing as how they only made $50,000 last year, I think that might be mighty difficult. I can't wait to see their financial papers at the end of this year. So this is no different. Like on Twitter, Victoria Ward is like, the Duchess of Sussex has announced a $1 million giveaway for women and blah, 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 blah. But as Baroness Bruck pointed out, Victoria is misreporting Archewell's new partnership. This is a deflection from Valentine Lowe's book where Meghan is exposed as a bully targeting women who worked with her. So now she wants to empower women. She wasn't empowering women when she was bullying them. Now, I told you yesterday that Harry started another lawsuit with the news. And he's brought a whole bunch of famous people in with him. Now, I find it very interesting, the group that he's signed up to go in with. You've got Elizabeth Hurley. I've never heard anything from her about being hacked. Sadie Frost, who is the ex-wife of Jude Law. Elton John and his husband, David Furnish. Now, here's an interesting one. This is Doreen Lewis, and she's part of the lawsuit. Now, here's the interesting information in case you guys didn't know it. 25 years ago, it was the male that helped her get justice for her son that was murdered. So she's now suing, or that's what being alleged, she's now suing the newspaper that helped her get justice for her murdered son. That's interesting twist. Now, these 6 people state, and I'm quoting, they have become aware of compelling and highly distressing evidence that they have been the victims of abhorrent criminal activity and gross breaches of privacy by the Associated Newspaper, close quote. So they banded together to uncover the truth and hold the journalists responsible, okay? Now, according to the lawsuit, some of these are paying police officers for information, impersonating people to get medical information, accessing bank histories, hiring PIs, placing listening devices in people's cars and homes, things of that nature. Interestingly enough, they have different attorneys. Very, very interesting. Mr. Hamlin, or Hamlin, I should say, the group, is representing Harry and Sadie Frost, while the other 4 people are represented by Gunner Cookie LLP, which is a different firm. Why they're not all together, I don't know. But this makes me wonder once again about Harry's financial situation. Now, keep in mind that the allegations they've made are slanderous, they're libel. So unless there's some compelling evidence, these 6 people are going to be in hot water. The Daily Mail has come back and has said that the claims are based on, quote, no credible evidence, and they utterly and unambiguously refute these smears, which are nothing more than a pre-planned and orchestrated attempt to drag the Mail titles into the phone hacking scandal concerning articles 30 years old. So if this stuff has already been dealt with, then I don't know who their attorneys are for filing this. That was a really stupid thing to do. But the Mail on Sunday also said, and I'm quoting, these unsubstantiated and highly defamatory claims based on no credible evidence appear to be a fishing expedition by claimants and their lawyers, some who have already pursued cases elsewhere. Wow. And last night, the Associated Newspaper said, and I'm quoting again, that in Doreen Lawrence's case, not only are these appalling and utterly groundless smears, they are relying on the word of Jonathan Rees, a man jailed for 7 years for attempting to pervert the course of justice by conspiring to plant cocaine on an innocent mother in a child custody battle. And as such, they are totally untrue and highly defamatory. Wow, if that's true, oh my God. According to a recent article by an investigative journalist by the name of Michael Gilliard, Jonathan Rees was paid by an unknown sum of money to make the allegations by private investigators and self-confessed phone hacker Gavin Burrows. He was, in turn, being instructed by a group of lawyers with a pot of money to buy dirt about the Mail. There you go. And the Daily Mail campaigned for 25 years to get justice for Stephen Lawrence and other victims of injustice. I think that's the part of the lawsuit that's hurting them the most. They said it is, quote, deeply saddening that whoever is cynically and unscrupulously orchestrating these claims appears to have persuaded Baroness Lawrence, for whom the Mail has the greatest respect and admiration, to endorse the word of someone who is such a manifestly discredited and untrustworthy liar. Associated newspapers will contest these claims with the utmost vigor. There you go. You know what? If they can't prove these things they're saying, the Mail can turn around and sue these 6 people. Wow. Now, I want to throw out there really quickly, don't forget that they have yet to sue Tom Bauer or Valentine Lowe. So it's, don't look at this, look at that. But here's what Great Britain News had to say, and it's exactly what I was thinking. Watch this.
The thing is, celebrities increasingly think that they can shape the narratives about themselves through PR agents and so on. And to a large extent, they can. But what we're seeing now, particularly with some of the tabloids, is a desire to completely scrub anything they don't want from the papers. And when rich and powerful and famous people can do that, increasingly, I think that leads to a very dangerous situation. So, again, as a biased journalist, I'm very much on the side of the paper.
Now, I will say this just shows you how everything is intertwined. For those of you who don't know, Sadie Frost has a daughter, and she was invited to a birthday party at Soho House. Ding, 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 ding. Raise any bells there? And the daughter apparently found an ecstasy pill on the floor and swallowed it. Yeah, that's how these people are all intertwined. I also find it interesting that she's joining into this lawsuit as she herself now is run into severe problems because she went into liquidation 3 months ago because her yoga firm collapsed. She owes $218,000 to creditors and she only has 8,400 pounds in assets. So yeah, why not sue and try to make a quick buck because she's in financial problems? There you go, my point exactly. I am pretty sure, except for maybe Elton John, that if you were to dig into each of these people in this lawsuit, they're all having some sort of financial issue. And here comes Omid Scobie. Of course, he had to throw his 2 cents in there. I will definitely be following this case. But you know what else I noticed about this case? It took the attention away from the royal family and from King Charles and the Queen and right back to Harry and Meghan. Here we go. I mean, they're never going to stop. That's why their kids didn't get their titles. So I'm going to end with this picture that was put up by Queen Camilla on Twitter. I completely agree. If you can't make money any other way, sue for damages. Because if you're a constant whiner and whinger, you look to law courts for your sources of money. Because Harry's Netflix deal is going down the drain. The Spotify deal is going down the drain. There goes the book. There goes, it's not going well for them. They're running out of money. And I think that the judge is going to throw their case out. That's what I think is going to happen, especially if their compelling evidence that they say they have is 30 years old. Yeah. All right, you guys. Just remember, don't expect a video on Sunday, okay? So don't be looking for it. All right. Don't forget to leave those comments below. Once again, we've covered a lot of information. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a video. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, Gettr, Rumble. You can email me, my Patreon account. All that stuff is in the description box. For those of you who have donated to my coffee fund and who have donated through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.